Previously, we looked at the pattern of foreign or fake accounts posting in pro-Trump groups. But then our friends Delbert and Greg posed the question of whether it happened in anti-Trump groups or other groups. I hadn't looked at that yet, but they motivated me to do it. And I looked at two groups, both named I Hate Donald Trump. Not very ambiguous at all. I didn't find the quantity of weird posts that I did in the pro-Trump groups, but they're there. Let's look at this one. This is the first group, I Hate Donald Trump, and here's the first post about Lindsey Vonn, and let's look at this profile. This profile is for Sana, and Sana works at Pakistan Armies. Aerospace company. That's interesting. And if we looked at her groups, we're going to find some pro-Trump groups. Largest group ever. We need 1 million members to make America great again. And the deplorables. And anti-Trump groups. I Hate Donald Trump. So, and the Order of United Democrats. So that's the pattern we've seen before. The next post, let's look at this person who posted it. Same group, but from Flushing, New York. But let's look at those groups. Do we see the same pattern there? Let's see. Vote Trump only. I Hate Donald Trump. Well, there you have it. And the third post I found there, let's look at his profile. Oh, it's a she. Lives in Mumbai. That's interesting. And when you look at this post, Trump is in your house and your first words are, that's an ambiguous post. You could post that in either a pro or an anti-Trump group. So that's another thing to keep in mind. And let's look at another post from that group. And this poster, this profile, let's see, Cebu City, Philippines. That's, again, keeping with the profile. And let's look at these. This one is sharing someone else's post. This one is sharing someone else's post. This one is sharing someone else's post. So they're promoting those into those groups. Here's a final post from this group from Emmy. Which president would you invite to dinner? Obama, Clinton, Trump. Another ambiguous post. You could post it in either kind of group. And let's look at her. Well, we'll come back to her. Here's a second group, I Hate Donald Trump. And let's look at this first post. This profile I've come across before. Macedonia. That's pretty interesting. And let's see. Second post in there, sharing someone else's content again. And let's look at Samir. Samir is from Kosovo. And I'll bet we can find the same groups, the same types of groups that we found before. Donald Trump Clown University. I Hate Donald Trump. Blue Lives Matter. Interesting. So, some of both kinds of groups. And the next one, Samira. Let's look at that profile. And from Poland. That's interesting. Let's see about those groups again. Boycott liberal media. I Hate Donald Trump. United Americans elect Donald Trump. And the American deplorables. So, I mean, we're hitting both sides again. Let's look at this post. Oh, Emmy, with the same post again. So maybe we need to look at Emmy a little bit closer. Emmy has just a few photos here. She's got some anti-Trump posts on her wall. She's got the same minimal profile that we're used to seeing. And anti-Trump groups, and maybe even some pro-Trump groups, Swamp Drainer and I Hate Donald Trump. So more of that. And I really got to looking at this. This one looked fake to me. So I checked those groups that she was in. The Swamp Drainer Principles, the Counter Resistance, added yesterday. And then I Hate Donald Trump, the first group we looked at, added yesterday. And I Hate Donald Trump, the second group we looked at, added yesterday. This is all the red flags of a fake account and posting in anti-Trump groups. So, are you pondering what I'm pondering?